Better music, more of it with Lee Dixon. Thanks for your company. It's Thursday, so Craig at Ulverston Real Estate is standing by for another episode of A Peek Inside. Actually, standing by so eagerly, in fact, he's right here. Hello.
Standing by. Countdown.
All
How are you,
stations
mate? I'm
receiving.
here.
Excellent, mate. Let's talk about waiting to pounce.
Waiting to
all
pounce.
you get. The only note you give me this morning says waiting to pounce. What does that mean?
Well, it'll all come clear in just a couple of moments,
Okay.
mate. So on Monday, I had the pleasure of addressing the Ladies Probus Club of Ulverston. There were about 30 ladies there, and I was asked to share my story and provide an overview of the property market and how it really works. And 40 minutes felt like 5 minutes. It's like I can only cover a tiny portion of what I know, but you can't cram 22 years of experience and experiences into about half an hour.
No, that's the truth.
However, I gave it my best shot, and one of the major points in my talk was around the three factors that home sellers can control during the marketing and sale process. And we've talked about them before, the 3 Ps. So I'll say it again. The 3 Ps form the foundations for the successful sale of any property, from Ulverston to Hugh Minor, from Devonport to Dubbo, from Burnie to Brisbane. It's the same everywhere. And the ladies were pretty switched on when I reached this particular subject. They got presentation straight away. P, presentation. You need to impress buyers with your presentation of your home. They weren't quite on the next one, and that's promotion. How aggressively you want to promote your property to reach the maximum number of potential buyers. They were really bang on the next one. That's the biggest P of them all. The ladies were onto it like a seagull on a chip. Price. Price your property to attract buyers. We spent a little more time expanding on the principles of getting the price right, and we had some fun doing it. We played a little role play and the like. It was great. So thanks to the ladies of Probus, I had a ball, and I hope they did too. Now afterwards, some of what we talked about, especially around pricing, really confirmed the circumstances of a sale we made just last week.
Yeah.
It really rung true. The property in question that got me thinking had been on the market with a high-profile out-of-area agent in our patch, West Ulverston, for around 6 months, because I drove past it a little bit. It was priced around the low 600s, but there didn't appear to be much action. Anyway, I don't know, there could have been a contract on it, whatever, but there didn't appear to be much going on. Now, a couple of months ago, I got an unsolicited call from the owner. They called me directly, who asked if I could have a look and give her an appraisal. Now, knowing that it was listed with another agent, I made sure that the agency agreement had expired before we could help. You know, I want to make sure I'm doing everything ethically. And it had expired. So when we met the owner, my investigations confirmed my analysis of the situation, and that being the property had been overpriced, the agent had only run a handful of open homes in the last 6 months, and despite the home being empty, agent feedback was scarce. So they had every opportunity to show buyers, but it didn't appear to be happening, and she wasn't getting much feedback on any inspections. The vendors were getting increasingly frustrated and had to get a result. We swung into action with a fresh pricing strategy and began running regular open homes. And very quickly, the feedback from potential buyers put the property in the mid-500 range, not over 600.
And everybody, you got to be careful where you put your dollar these days, don't you?
That's right. Buyers are still very mindful of value. So to the vendor's credit, they responded to this feedback and we adjusted the price accordingly. Straight away, the volume of inquiry increased significantly and a genuine buyer emerged.
Ta-da.
Came out of the pack, as I call it. Bingo, bango. Deal done. Pretty close to the guide price, and the vendors were ecstatic after about 9 months in total on the market. But here's the kicker. When I was talking to the buyer whilst getting the contractual phase underway, see, Karen had put most of the deal together with this buyer, I asked her, what really drew you to this house? She said, I like the size, especially the number of bedrooms, and I'd been watching it for ages, waiting to pounce.
They were playing the game too.
That's right.
Yep.
There's your answer, waiting to pounce. So I said to her, so the value wasn't there when you first saw it? No, but once the price was right, I wanted it. So there's a lot to unpack from this one conversation. But the big lesson is it's much less frustrating and profitable to put your property in the market rather than on it from the get-go. Be in the market. that's when buyers will come to you.
And we have mentioned that in this segment before as well, haven't we?
Be in the market, not just on it. In the current market, buyer demand is neutral. It's not hot, it's not cold. It's Goldilocks and the three Bs, just right. They feel no pressure to move quickly, and they are willing to wait until you represent true market value before they pounce.
Exactly. And again, as we have mentioned, people are wary where they spend the money, and they've already got an idea of the money they want to spend, don't they?
That's right, and what sort of property they believe represents value in that price range.
Yeah. All right, now we mentioned your home seller's handbook last week. Did you get much of a bite on that one?
Mate, we did. We had quite a few people come through our Facebook post and heard us on the radio, of course, at a Peak Inside. We sent out a few free copies. With the prime selling season coming upon us in just a few weeks, we want as many homeowners as possible to grab a free copy of the home seller's handbook so they can get a serious leg up when the time comes to sell.
It seems that this property cycle is kind of like daffodils in a way.
Yeah, the daffodils are coming out.
That's a sign of the...
That's right. The gardens are starting to sprout. Spring's on its way. Buyers are starting to warm up. And the home seller's handbook, if you want it, go to the Ulverston Real Estate Facebook page. Just like the page and send us a message there's a handbook post there that you'll see me. Or contact us through our website, ulverstonrealestate.com.
There you go. Which group of ladies are going to be hanging out with this week?
Mate, I can't tell you. I might offend some people. No, I haven't had any requests for this week, but it was great talking to the Probus girls. It was unreal.
See you next Thursday.
Thanks, mate.